That's what it is. Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sapnewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Tonight's special edition, we have Michael, the Noble King Cali from Project Feenix in the house. Michael, welcome to the Crypto Queen channel.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad to be here. Actually, very excited to be here because you've supported the project since pretty much the beginning. You really are a fiend, and the universe has blessed you multiple times for that. So,
Amen. Yes, it has. And, on top of being a long-term hodler, I won the hodler lottery twice. What kind of
twice.
luck is that? Seriously, what kind
Well,
of luck
what
is
that
that?
is, that's the universe speaking that you belong here, that you're really a part of the fiend family, and that you're going to be with us every step of the way as we take this project to $1 billion market cap.
That's what I wanna hear because I am going to continue to hold my Project Phoenix bag all the way, baby. All
As you
the way
should.
until Fit is done programming the games and the launchpad is up and going, and I'm not a good gamer, so I don't know how wonderful I'll be at playing any of those games, but I'll be betting, we'll just say that, and that's one of the most exciting aspects, I think, of Project Phoenix, the gambling. Having that ability to be able to gamble on people playing games with the Project Phoenix token. So, in case there's people here that are unfamiliar with Project Phoenix, why don't you give us the lowdown?
Wow, well, that's a lot to talk about. Well, first of all, to know Project Phoenix is to love Project Phoenix. You have to start with the history of Project Phoenix, where we came from. We were all investors in a project that we all believed in, and we were 100% behind it, and we had all of the elements to succeed. Um, and we were pretty much just this force, and then come and find out it was a scam. So when we found out it was a scam, we pretty much were all left there, excited. And what do we do now? So the people who were a part of Project Phoenix before it was Phoenix, when it was just the community of that other project, we know exactly what it's like. We watched everybody handle that situation. So our community is very tight knit, right? Um, we refused to give up. At first, we thought maybe we could take over the project, but that wasn't an option because there were multiple marketing wallets. Fid discovered that, so we're pretty much sitting there just staring at each other digitally, of course, on Telegram. What do we do now?
And
And
Fid is kind of the hero of the story, right? He was somebody that stepped up and told all of you guys, "Hey, this is bad. This is what's going on." And he could have taken the money and ran. Like, he could have continued to keep that going and could have cleaned everybody out, but he stepped up and was like, "This is what's going on. It's a bad project." So I think all kudos to Fid because not many people would do that, Michael. I know he doesn't wanna take any credit. He's like, "I like to think that anybody would have done it. It was the right
right,
thing to do." And I'm like, "No, Fid, no. There are people that
no,
absolutely would not have done the right thing." So that he did the right thing, I think, goes to show the caliber of the people that are behind Project Phoenix.
well, it goes beyond that. Fid has had multiple times to screw everybody over. We vote every aspect of Project Phoenix, and when it came time to provide liquidity for the project, we all had to send Fid our, well, we could have went to a third party, but it would have costed. We were trying to limit expenses because the community was putting everything together. So we were like, nah, we trust you, man. So everybody sent Fid $59,000 in 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
At that moment, he could have just been like, all right, I'm done. But no, that's not what he's about. That's not what this community's about. That's not what this project's about. It's about really rising from the ashes of a tragic situation, um, doing things the right way every step of the way, no matter how hard it is. And the community's behind Fid. They want him to live out his dream of developing this platform. Um, the community it just keeps getting better and better. We get messages every day from people who are supporting Project Phoenix and offering their expertise, no matter what it is, whatever their skill set is. Hey, I'm this. I'm a programmer. Hey, I'm into business law. I can make sure that that we're going about things the right way with the LLC and all that, and the trademark, and so we're just it's the law of attraction. I'm a spiritual person, so we're attracting all of these positive contributions to the project day by day. Behind the scenes, so many things are happening. We've revamped. Uh, Remember when we were talking and you said that social media was kind of lacking, right?
Right. I did bring that up, definitely.
You did, and the community noticed that as well. And when the community talks, Project Phoenix listens. So we had a meeting with the community, and we had a meeting with the team, and we figured out what was the best course of action. And some of the teams were not quite placed where they really wanted to be, so we made some adjustments. Our social media lead at the time, he wanted to be more into graphic design, so we moved him to graphic design so he can help Rattle, which is our web design, and create graphics for the project. And we had this amazing Schiller, Spaceman. I don't know if you're familiar with him,
Yes.
but he was shilling his heart out. He was just doing it because he believed in the project so much. And it was only rightfully so to he just landed in that position. You know what I mean? So we made him head of social media, and we gave him an army behind him to support him. So now our social media is completely revamped. Um, we
Well,
noticed
that
that we
all
had a
that's
lot.
really good news. So you have everybody placed in the positions where they have, natural talents and gifts. That's really good. So,
Absolutely.
did you have some people exit the team?
We did. This was chosen by the community. It just
When you say the community, do you mean the community at large, like the
The
holders,
community in
or just
Telegram. No, the holders.
the holders as well, not just the dev team?
No, no, no. The community runs this project.
Okay,
We
great,
work for the
great.
community. We're nobodies.
Okay.
I'm just a voice for the project because unfortunately, Project Phoenix doesn't get enough exposure. So this is our opportunity to get the information out. And I thank you so much for letting us use your platform to do that.
My pleasure. So let's get down to it. Let's talk about what Project Phoenix is and why people should invest in it. What's the big hope for the future with Project Phoenix?
Well, it's a play to earn gaming platform, online gaming platform that caters to the real gaming community, and there is a huge gaming community that I was unaware of because this was Fid's, dream. He's the gamer. He's the coder. He's the one that understands this world. So within this platform, we will have not only betting, but a social aspect of it where you can communicate with other gamers, coders, anyone that's kind of in that realm. Um,
I think that's
NFT,
very exciting because not only are you going to have FID is coding your games right now, but you're going to have the betting. So,
right?
and you're also going to have tournaments where people can get together with the game and battle out the game. So, to me, it sounds like it's going to be like the NFL of the gaming platforms or the MLB. So these teams come up against each other, and we as spectators get to
Can bet,
gamble on
right?
who's going to win, which I think is, if you know anything about the apps that are really big for betting right now, that's basically what Project Phoenix is going to be. But you have to bet with
Absolutely,
their native token, which is Phoenix V2. That's what makes it legal. We're not betting with an American dollar or any currency other than Project Phoenix's native token. So that's why it's going to be able to be legal. I think that is super exciting. And
absolutely,
you've allocated a certain portion of your token supply to be in that platform. So people, you have that room to gamble with 200 trillion tokens, right?
200 trillion, right?
It's a lot of
And you
tokens.
you do realize we had a 33% burn of the
Yes.
total supply.
Mhm.
So the original supply was 700 trillion. We burned, what was it? 231 trillion. So now we have 469 trillion tokens that remain in total supply.
Michael, when
And
did you do that burn?
this was recently. This was in the past few weeks.
Okay, no, I wasn't
You
aware
wasn't
of that.
aware?
I was not aware of that big burn at
Right.
all.
So people who bought in and owns, like if you're a part of the Trillion Club, um, which only I think 64 people own 1 trillion or more, 64 wallets. Um, so only 469 tokens are in total supply now. Now, as the tokens get paired and added to the liquidity pool, that's going to dramatically affect the price because as the demand grows, the supply is short now. Adam owns 2 trillion of those 469.
Right.
So, as this project gets more attention and we get more investors, that price is going to skyrocket because
I
the
believe it
supply
is.
is
That's
limited.
why
We
I'm a
don't have
long-term hodler because I think the price will soon skyrocket.
it absolutely will. Um, and it won't take much to do so. All we need is enough believers in the project that want to see Project Phoenix succeed, that want to see Fid build this platform, um, and enough people supporting the project.
That's perfect. I do see a few people in the chat talking
Okay.
about China. Did you just do some kind of marketing in China
Well,
to bring
we didn't
over
get that far. We didn't get that far because that was a part of the revamping the team. So when we revamped our mod team, and so we have our mod leader, and he has his own team, and that team is creating telegrams for each nationality. And we just started with China. We just created a telegram for the Chinese communities. I believe that was today.
That's
So
amazing to have that outreach for people that don't
absolutely,
speak English. That's incredible.
absolutely. Well, when you draw the traffic in, you have to have somewhere to send them. They're going to want to communicate and learn, and you have to have a place for them to go. So the telegram for each, nationality is going to be huge.
Yeah, tapping into the Chinese market is going to be huge
Oh
too
yeah,
because they love gaming
they
in
love
China,
gaming.
Taiwan, a lot of those countries. They're just obsessed with gaming. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's, the United States people, they're obsessed with gaming too. Well, I'll say a portion of the population. Like I said,
United
I'm not a
States
big
is
gamer
obsessed with
myself.
making money.
Yeah, okay, that's true. That's all I
And that's why they haven't caught wind of Project Phoenix the way they should because they're too focused on the money aspect. If you focus on the platform and what we're actually doing and the team that we have behind us and the community that we're growing, you'd be foolish not to get in Project Phoenix.
I agree. What is the word on the different games? Before we jump into that, though, let me just say,
Okay.
okay, so we have the gaming platform, which is going to be amazing. We have the social aspect of the platform. So it's going to be, like Facebook on your platform. People
For
can chat
gamers.
about the games, people can chat about charts,
Right.
cryptocurrency, whatever it is they want to chat about, they can chat
Yep.
about in there. You're
Even
also
coding.
going to have, excuse me,
Even coding.
even
Because we'll
coding.
be offering services to people who want to build games. So there will be a network of people to help you with that.
That's
Um,
amazing, I didn't even know that. See, I learned something in tonight's AMA, isn't that wonderful? You're
absolutely.
also going to have an NFT section on there,
Buy, sell,
and
trade NFTs, and you will be able to connect to whatever NFT platform that you currently use, like OpenSea. That won't be hard to implement that into the platform,
I think
according to
that's
Fit.
good. That's really great. Because when you think about how much the NFT market is growing, and for people that are not very familiar with NFTs, people see pictures of things and they think, "Okay, that's an NFT, how much utility is actually there?" But
Right.
when you're playing games, let's say there's a weapon involved in your game, that weapon is an NFT.
Yep.
If you put a little costume on your guy, and I know they're called skins, if you put a little skin on your guy, that also is an NFT.
Yep.
So all of these different things that you have, these weapons, and sometimes in games, you win different attributes to your character or your weapon, like an upgrade. You'd be able
Absolutely.
to sell that upgrade to someone else.
Yep. Within the platform using Project Phoenix tokens.
So it's a great way to monetize gameplay. I mean, there's
Absolutely.
the possibilities for Project Phoenix endless.
It really
Really,
is.
they're endless. And you're
Because
also this is another thing, on top of all that, as if that wasn't enough, you're also going to be the launch pad for people that have
other
their own
games.
games and they don't know what
Right.
to do with them. You could
Yep.
That's amazing.
We can offer assistance. We'll have developers, that we've accumulated to assist other projects to grow their games on the platform. So there will be a host of mini games that accumulate. It's going to be great for the gaming community. I'm not much of a gamer myself, but I do understand the culture.
Right. Right now on the screen, I don't know if you can see it, I have your roadmap.
Okay.
So, I know that Fid in an earlier AMA that I had done with Fiddlish, he was talking about having that game done one of the games done relatively soon. What are the dates? What are we looking at for the launch of the first game, and when do you think your platform is going to be functional?
What I'm hearing, uh, because this is not my area, but Q3, Q4 ready for beta testing. But I don't like to give deadlines because
We know how that goes.
in cryptocurrency, yes, they take whatever information you give them, and that is gold. And if you back down in any way or make any adjustments, you're the enemy of the earth. So
Right. Mhm.
we can only strive to achieve those deadlines. But of course, we're going to run into many roadblocks along the way. And as you will be able to see, because the coding of the platform will be 24-hour streamed. So you'll know exactly where we are. There won't be any questions to ask. If we run into a roadblock, you'll see that roadblock and you'll see us overcome it.
So we do have a question in the chat from Joseph Vale, and excuse me if I'm not pronouncing this right, and I don't have my glasses on. Shucks. Okay, wait a second, Joseph. I have to squint a little bit. What is the number one thing that us as holders could do to make sure you guys feel supported in the project?
Join the Telegram. Join the
Uh,
Telegram, engage with the community, get to know everybody. And if you have a skill set, let us know that skill set so we can see if we can implement it into the project somehow.
right. And someone else brought up the fact that Fit is going to be doing his live streaming of the coding. Is that in place?
He is working out the bugs to make that possible, but it will be completed. He's just fine tuning it. Um, and unfortunately, Fid had he's going through some personal issues. I'm not sure if you're aware.
No.
He's been vocal about it in Telegram, but his brother committed suicide. Not recently, it's years back, but this is the time where that happened. So he's gonna take some rifle about a week off and just clear his head.
Oh, no, I
And
didn't
that's
know that.
also
That's
why
terrible.
that was one of the charities that we want to donate to is suicide prevention. So there was reasons for everything.
Right. That's and
Sorry to go
really
dark, but
no, it's
Fid will
okay. I
be out of
mean,
the picture for about a week while he why he mourns, and that's
right.
fine.
That's totally understandable. Whenever those anniversary I even think anniversary is the wrong word for it,
In
but
a
when
sense,
those
yes,
dates come up, it
right,
does hit you.
it does.
It does.
Yes.
Um, geez,
You
and
almost seem
it
like you could relate.
yeah, I can.
No,
I
I
can.
understand. Yes.
Um, uh, I was just going to say something and it slipped. Oh, about Fid. Because
Okay.
he works so hard, Michael. He
I don't
on the AMA that we had him here last time, he told me he's working like 20 hours a day. That's so
he
much. That's a
16 to
lot of
20.
hours a day. That's crazy.
Yes, and I joke with him because he wants to of course, there'll be donations on the live stream. People are just gonna offer their support, and he was like, "Okay, we're just going to, give it away," because he's just so noble, right? And I'm like, "No, we're gonna have to tip you to sleep and eat," because otherwise, he overworks himself. I wish he wouldn't work so hard, but he is. He's on that Telegram, on that chat, 16 hours a day.
Right. I mean, that's I feel like he's spread very thin. And
He
plus,
is.
he's got a wife and a kid. I
Oh,
was
and
like,
his kids
"Kid,
are
what it
wild.
must be like for your wife to sit there and watch him just be on the computer the whole entire time." So, I'm glad he's taking the time he needs to heal and, do what he has to do to get ooh, someone's got an Amber Alert
The
coming
Amber
through.
Alert, yeah,
Sounds
and I
like
got
it. I recognize that.
unfortunately, those things is horrifying.
Yeah, they really are. Jeez.
Mhm.
So now we're looking at the roadmap. I don't know if you can see the screen. I have your roadmap up for
Okay.
Project Feenix. There's a bunch of things checked off phase 1. And phase 2, we've got a couple things. On phase 2 is the holder count. So right now, well, what is your holder count as of today?
547, I believe.
Look at you all over that. Okay, so on Dex Tools, I just switched over to that one, probably not on StreamYards, but it does say 677. So you're just counting the individual holders and
Etherscan.
not people that hold multiple wallets?
No, Etherscan is what I'm basing it off of.
Okay, because
Dex
on
tools,
Dex
I don't
Tools.
think they factor in the people that sold.
Oh, really? Okay. So let's talk about your chart because, of course, well, as a matter of fact, let me switch over to that screen. You guys were probably the very first token where you did the hashtag what dip because
Yep.
your chart just had gone so parabolic so quickly. I think I bought in right about maybe here. I bought
Mhm.
in on a green candle, and I never do that. But
Right.
your chart just continued to go up and up and up, and it was amazing how it
Right.
was going. And then, of course, we had one of the early investors kind of
Greed
get
set in.
out, and that pulled down the chart. But now let's
Right.
talk about this newest thing over here. What happened here? Because probably a lot of people, if they come in, if they're not investors and they're new to it, they're gonna see that and be a little concerned. So I want you to kind of work through
Absolutely.
what happened there.
Well, you have to understand that marketing funds are limited. We have to balance those. And because we didn't airdrop anybody, any influencers tokens when we released our project, and we had the opportunity to. Plenty of people contacted us and wanted to talk about it. But we chose to just do things the right way. So because we didn't airdrop influencers mass amount of tokens to get behind the project, we have to work hard for every um I mean for all the traction that we're able to gain, we have to work extremely hard for that. We put out 10 videos to get that volume up like that. You know what I mean? And then we had the
Excuse
sell
me,
off,
when you say ten videos, what does that mean?
10 YouTube videos. We've 10 different
Collectively, like including my
collectively.
videos?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. And that was in the first month, I believe. So now because the volume is lowering, um, it limits how much we can do for marketing. So we have to adapt and we have to figure out free ways to market, which is community shilling, live AMAs, to get that volume to increase awareness so that we can get that volume back up so that we can have more money for marketing. Because marketing is expensive. These
Right,
influencers are really taking advantage of new projects, and
right.
they've monopolized the whole game because they're all in cahoots to set the prices.
Right. That's 100% true. And I just want to tell everyone that tonight is not a sponsored video. I've not been
Nope.
paid for this AMA. I wasn't paid for the AMA with FID. This is just completely organic support because I am a Project Phoenix holder.
A fiend.
I'm a fiend. Remember,
Let's go.
everybody, if you're a holder, you're called a fiend. So, would you like to be a fiend? It's good to be a fiend. It's good
I'm
to
gonna get
have
some T-shirts that say "You dirty fiend."
you dirty fiend. That's good. You should. Are you guys thinking about bringing
We're
on board
working
some
on merch.
merch?
Absolutely, I have so many merch ideas. But once again, we have to get that volume up so we can have the capital to be able to make these moves.
Right. That's and plus the market in general is not
It's
doing
down.
well,
It's
with
not
the
working in our
exception of
favor.
terrarium, of course, and I think a lot of people, if they are in other projects, they're, like, leaving them to sort of go into terrarium because it's, like, the hot thing right now, but all of that will cool down. That too will
Oh,
have a
there's phases for
correction, an
everything.
accumulation
Absolutely.
stage, it
Yep.
always happens, it always does. So that's completely understandable. But yet, to be a Project Phoenix holder, your community is really great. Doesn't matter what time you go into the Telegram group, there's always people in there to welcome you, to answer your questions. So it really is just a nice, tight knit community. And the community that you do have, they all seem to be like long term hodlers like me.
Absolutely.
Like they understand the vision,
547 hodlers.
they know where it's going, they know what it's going to become. And
Absolutely.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think one of the main reasons why I'm holding my bag, I'm gonna win that lottery again, you see? No, that kidding aside, um, although I do want to, let's just say, uh, I think the betting aspect of the platform is probably going to be your biggest win. I really do. I think that's going to be huge and humongous. Once you start getting those games live and people get
Absolutely.
into playing those games and, people become obsessed with gaming. There's certain games with they just can't turn them off. And I think, once people get involved with that and then they start creating their own teams and leagues and they start playing against each other and we have that opportunity to bet,
Right.
I think that's gonna be huge.
Oh, absolutely. And we'll be streaming the games on the platform. So everybody will have a place where they can go watch the tournaments or watch certain players battle other players, and you can play side bets on who's going to win. And um no, it's going to be huge.
I agree. So someone in the
And you're going
chat
to
is
be a
saying,
go ahead.
"You go ahead."
I was going to say you're going to be a god on the platform. Do you realize how many tokens you have?
I know. Mhm. And I plan to add to my bag too. Actually, this is a good time to add,
It
have to
really
free up
is.
some funds, but so Armando is saying, "Ha, Tammy will win the next giveaway again." So
Oh
for anyone
man,
that's just joining us right now, they do have the Project Phoenix HODLer lottery. If you've
absolutely.
purchased into Project Phoenix and you hold your tokens, if you never sell, every month they do a HODLer lottery where they just draw wallets at random. And if they draw your wallet and you show no sales, you win. How many tokens have you been giving away?
Oh man, an absurd amount, especially considering the recent burn. The last giveaway was 125 billion to 10 different people.
So it's
We
about
definitely the real fiends.
is it 10 billion a giveaway to each person?
No, well, we're gonna have to. Well, now that we have a lower supply, we're gonna have to lower the amount of each giveaway now to make it
Right,
make sense.
right.
Because if you hold a trillion tokens, if you're a part of the trillion club, you have to realize, just put it in perspective. If you think about anything valuable, a Rolex or a Lamborghini, and there's only 469 total ever created, and you own one of those, you own one in 469. That's a huge amount. That's significant.
Right,
So,
mhm.
and you
I
can
know it is.
buy a trillion tokens right now for about $5,000.
Wow. That's absolutely amazing. Like, the potential here, I
Right.
think, once we spread the word about exactly what Project Phoenix is going to become,
Absolutely.
I think people are going to jump all over it. But unfortunately, Michael, like, in the early stages, people don't they need to see something. They wanna see a tangible asset or something, a finished project. People always get in too late, and then they always say the same thing, "Oh, I wish I had
Right.
gotten in then. I wish I'd gotten into Project Phoenix when it had all of those zeros in the price. These guys are so lucky." And now is the opportunity, now's the time.
It
And I
is the
also
time.
have up your tokenomics, so let's
Okay.
go over the tokenomics. Did you change anything about the tokenomics?
No, and our liquidity is actually pretty high. We're at $2 million market cap, I believe, and our liquidity is at 450,000. That's what, almost what is
Well, like
that?
half $1,000,000, right?
A half a million. Oh,
Jeez,
we have
that
a
is
lot
really
of
good.
liquidity and
Someone
more
is
liquidity.
asking when is going to be the next hodler lottery. We just had it, like, last week, I think. Is it every month you're going to be doing it?
It's every month, and apparently it's probably going to be towards the end of the month. So we'll probably be doing an announcement on the 14th for when the next lottery will be and the amount of tokens that will be given away for that lottery. She almost
Someone's
has
saying
1 trillion.
yeah,
She
that's what's
almost has 1 trillion.
yeah, DT says, "Tammy low key has 1,000,000,000,000 in her wallet. I don't have 1,000,000,000,000. I will be at
700 billion or
1,000,000,000."
something like that.
I know, that's the funny thing, like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't recognize my wallet if someone showed it to me, and then in the
right.
chat, I saw a bunch of people going, "That's Tammy's wallet. Oh my gosh, that's Tammy's wallet." I'm like, "It is?" Like,
They pay attention to everything.
I had no idea. And apparently somebody recognized it the first time around too. I'm like,
Yep.
"Geez, I wouldn't know my wallet if I saw it." I probably should maybe get a little more familiar with that, but I haven't.
Now, if you're a fiend, you wanna set it and forget it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing because I really think that this is going to be huge. So getting back to
Absolutely.
that, like, I think that, once people can look at your platform, see the games that Fit is developing, I think they're gonna be all over this. So, unfortunately, they'll be late to the game,
They
and the
will.
people that are getting in now, but people have to understand that, this is something that is going to be the longer HODL. It's not something, like Terrarium that they launched and 3 weeks later they went absolutely parabolic. This is something because it's going to be a product like this, it takes time. And right now we have 2 main coders, Fid and
Happy.
Hampy. And I know that they're trying
Sure.
to recruit some other people from different colleges to help them with the coding aspect
Absolutely.
of what they're doing.
We are attracting all the talents necessary to grow this project to a $1 billion market cap. I'm a firm believer in that because, like I said, we have people contacting us all day offering support and skill sets. And Fid, he's gonna go search those schools to find that new talent, those game developers, those hungry game developers that have these ideas. They're gonna be the ones to continue to help build the platform.
Right. And I think that's so important to have just the people around you understand, which a lot of the holders do. They understand that this is going to be the long play. And
Right.
once you kind of cozy into that, and you
Mhm.
guys are fantastic when it comes to keeping it real. You
Thank you.
don't put out these artificial pumps. You don't dangle little things like, "Hey, wink, wink, Binance next week." You
Right.
guys don't do that. You keep it real. You're completely honest with the holders, which I respect. If someone is going to be honest with me and say, "Hey, you know what? It's gonna take us a couple months to get there, but this is our plan. We're going to get there." I'd rather hear that than
Right.
somebody say, "Okay, we're in talks right now with a big, huge exchange. I can't wait to
Right.
tell you, get your dinner plates ready." That's
Right.
annoying because then it doesn't happen. People feel defeated and it
Right.
reflects on the chart. People start to dump out their tokens. The fact that you guys are, we're a solid base, we're working towards something. It's going to take a little while, but we're working toward that. And as of right now, there's no more news other than that. I'd
Right.
rather hear that than an artificial pump followed by a massive dump. I'd rather the developers be honest. So and you guys are all
Absolutely.
about that.
100%. That's what we pride ourselves on, and that's why it's so difficult for us.
Right. I hear
Mhm.
you. Probably, of course, if you get on an exchange, you'll have some more volume.
We
Is
will, but
there
we have to
any
increase our holder
thoughts?
count. 547 holders isn't enough to justify an exchange at this time.
What do you feel the holder count would need to be to justify going
I'm
on
not
to an exchange?
100% sure, but at
Is
least
there a dollar
1,000.
amount that you're comfortable with? Is there some place that you wanna be with
But
the market cap?
well, it's gonna cost us at least about $60,000 to get on an exchange. Um, so we need that, plus it can't be the every bit of our marketing wallet. So our marketing wallet's about 100 something thousand, then we can talk about an exchange.
Okay. Have you
And
thought
it's
about
not
going
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, have you thought about going on any of these smaller things like a swap, maybe the Doja swap when that's launched?
Yes, Fit is in contacts with options like those. I don't know where he's at with those discussions, but I'm pretty sure the law of attraction is going to work something out for us, and we're going to attract what we need in order to get to this next step. So I'm not worried at all.
Now, I know to
Maybe
be on SataMask, your contract has to be renounced. Is your
mm,
contract renounced?
no contract cannot be renounced because, well, it can if we decide to get rid of reflections. But we want to keep Reflections open until the gaming platform is launched, and then we'll have to turn Reflections off. So at that point, then we will renounce our contract.
And right now, those reflections are 2%. So, in case people are having a hard time, sometimes people watch it on an iPhone, maybe they can't see it. Let me just
Right.
roll through the tokenomics. 2% goes to liquidity, 2% to redistribution, that's reflections, 4% to the marketing wallet, and 1% to the developer core team.
Yep.
We should mention because, you know, it's amazing. Their liquidity is locked, people. Go on, Michael. You say the magic
248
number.
years.
Just one more time, I cut you off.
248 years.
I don't think anybody heard you. Just one more time.
248 years. We have no plans for stopping. We're taking this thing to $1 billion market cap. Either you
Mm,
get on board or you get left behind.
that's right. That is the longest amount of time that I've ever heard liquidity to be locked. 248 years. What does that say about this team and how confident they are that this is going to be massive? Like their kids won't even be able to get that. Their grandkids won't even be able to get like this is
Right.
locked up but good.
Absolutely. Yep.
Right now, as far as your development team goes, how many people are on the team right now?
Whew. All right. So the core team, I want to say six now, but we just added, so let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and we just added two more, which is our social media lead and our project coordinator to keep everybody on their toes. So we just added two more, but we also have a lot of helpers. I mean, we have a lot of assistants behind the scenes. Like I said, we have people volunteering every day to offer their expertise.
That's really good. Is there anybody in these pictures that is now gone?
No, I guess the website has been updated. Nope, this is the team.
Yes, the website has been updated. There's Armando. He
There's
wasn't there
Armando.
before. I
Right.
think he's in the chat as well. Perfect. So the website did get updated.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything new besides the updated dev pictures that's on the
Uh,
website?
for the website, that would be our web guy. He's always making adjustments. I'm sure there is, because he's always making adjustments to the website.
And for anybody that's watching on something that's very small, you can't see, on the top of their website, they have all of the different social media links and they're on everything. Like, I think you guys positively are on every social media platform that there is. They have the Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, Instagram. Of course, they're on Dex Tools, Etherscan. I don't even know what that one is.
I
Yeah,
was
I
about to
do.
say, what is that?
CoinGecko
Oh,
and
CoinGecko.
CoinMarketCap, but those
And
those
now
ones are not
TikTok.
you're okay, so now you gotta add TikTok to that. Wow, no, I didn't
Right.
even know you were on TikTok. That's funny. Who's
Yep.
posting on TikTok?
I'm not sure who is behind that, but we would have to talk to our social media guy because he has revamped our social media and he has included TikTok.
Was he with you from the beginning, or is he just a
Yes,
holder that kind of you recruited?
he was part of our original community. Day one from the other project, came over to this one, was not a part of the initial team, but put in so much work. I mean, can't help but have appreciation for that guy. I mean, he was shilling his heart out by himself. Um, so now he's in his rightful position, which is our social media lead.
That's really great. That's really good. So let's talk about you said you have about $100,000 in your marketing wallet.
No, that's what we would need in order to
Oh,
consider an exchange.
to hit the oh,
Right.
okay. As far as your marketing wallet goes, is that what pays Fid? Because is he's the only one that's on the payroll officially, right?
Yes, currently, yes. But as the volume increases, we do have other members that will be on payroll as well.
How are you guys doing it? Because I know you invest a lot of time into Project Feenix, and
Right.
Hampy, he works a full-time job and he's doing coding. How are you guys doing it? Like, how are you working your regular job and doing this on like, how many hours a week are you working, Michael?
I mean, I'm pretty much always available, except when I'm asleep, and that's the same for everyone else. I mean, this is everyone's dream. Collectively, we're gonna make this happen. So we know what it's gonna take, and we're already invested. We're already committed.
Is that something that you guys all sat down collectively and you're like, "Okay, if we're gonna do this, we're going to do this. It's gonna
Right.
take like a year for us to roll up our sleeves and dig in, but it's gonna
Mhm.
pay off in the end?
Absolutely.
Is that how long you think it's going to take? Well, okay, let's say somebody's watching right now, maybe they're not in the chat, maybe they're just sitting idly by, watching, trying to figure out whether or not they should dive in and become a
Mhm.
fiend. What's the timeline looking like where you think this platform is going to be up and 100% functional? The betting is going to be in place. The social platform is going to be in place. The NFT platform is going to be in place.
See, I can't answer that question. That would be a question more catered towards Fid. I just know that the platform should be operational for testing, which means everyone will be able to join in and test the platform by the end of the year is what I'm hearing. But like I said, I don't like to give deadlines.
So that's not that far away if you think about it, because
No,
the last AMA that he was on, um, he said he wants I said, "Well, Fid, who's gonna be able to do the beta testing? Is it people that are just holders?" He's like, "No, everybody. I
right,
want people to be able to go on here to see if they can break it or to see if they can hack it because I need that feedback. I need to
right,
see, I need to work out the kinks and the bugs. So as many people as we can get on there, the better it's going to be."
absolutely,
So I think that's very exciting. Now, bear in mind this thing that he's building by himself as of right now. This is, he plans to get help from, some other college students that's going to be their thing. And of course, Hampy is a coder as well. But this is a massive undertaking for one dude to do. Like it's a massive undertaking. Do you think if you had more people coding as well, we might be able to get that up going a little faster?
well, we're attracting more people day by day. Like I said, the universe is providing everything that we need.
Mhm.
Everything is just happening. The fact that you got picked twice for the lottery was a good omen. You know that it just we're on the right track. This thing is going where it's going. It's just a matter of time, and we don't know when it's going to happen. There's going to be one magical moment where the chart just goes nuts because all of this compound interest of effort that we've been putting in just takes root and grows, and that's just kind of how it happens.
I hear you, and I absolutely believe it. I
Hmm.
really do, because I like I said before, as soon as I heard I'm sure you know the story of how I heard about Project Feenix. Sandstorm was doing an
Sandstorm.
AMA
Yep.
with you guys. I think it was either on his channel or on Twitter, and I remember hearing you guys talk about how your liquidity was locked for 248 years, and I just stopped what I was doing. I was like, "What?" I couldn't have just heard that right. What did they
Mm,
just say? 248 years? Like, that's crazy. So then I
right.
really honed in and focused on, just listening to everything you guys talked about. That day, you sent me a message on
Right.
Twitter. I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Right.
I'm actually familiar with you because I just listened to your AMA, and thus a fiend was born, we'll say it that way. I didn't buy in right away. I bought in, I think, probably a week or 2 later, but I did make an instructional video on how to actually purchase Project Feenix in case you're not clear how to use a MetaMask, because sometimes it can be intimidating. If you're
Right.
someone that's never purchased from a wallet, if you've only
Absolutely.
purchased on an exchange, it can be intimidating. So I went through the process of what you have to do to use your wallet to purchase Project Feenix, and I didn't do the screen record. That's a cheat. That's the easiest thing to do in the world. I had an overhead camera
Right.
because I think it's easier for, that way for older people to follow.
Right.
Excuse me. I made it so if my dad, like if my dad were to watch it,
Mhm.
he'd be able to get it because he just doesn't
Right.
like any of that stuff. He would be confused by it. I made it very simple. So if you're
Yes, you did.
interested in purchasing Project Feenix, but you're not clear how to use a wallet, go seek out my video. I think it's called I'm Officially a Fiend is the name of the video. And about 7 minutes in, I give the whole tutorial. I walk you all the way through it. And,
I
from
think it's
start to
5
beginning.
minutes and 42 seconds.
Are you kidding me? You know it. You know
Yeah.
where the time thing.
We actually use that video in our Telegram when someone needs instructions on how to buy, we send them the video and tell them the time to actually look at it.
That's hilarious. That's great. I'm so glad I did it then.
No, absolutely. Like I said, you have no idea the contribution that you've made to this project. We're all of the fiends love you.
And I love all of the fiends. I know I don't
Mhm.
spend that much time in the Telegram group, but when I do, everybody's always, so cheerful and happy
Right.
and positive. That's a lot because there are some communities that have just turned sour and
Oh,
toxic, and nobody wants to be involved with that. People want to be involved in a project where everybody is uplifting and positive and hopeful
absolutely.
about the future. That's the
Absolutely.
whole shift in dynamic. When people start to get downtrodden and upset about the future, they turn ugly. So if you
Mhm.
go to a project that has a promising future and the people that are involved in the project know it's going places and it's going to pay off, they're very happy. So, if
Absolutely.
you wanna get into a very positive, happy community, you have found it in Project Feenix for sure.
100%. I
Let's
highly
talk about
encourage everybody to join the Telegram. Even
yes,
if you're just interested in getting some more information or if you're new to crypto in general, somebody's there to help you.
someone is saying here that they know me from another project, and they're saying, "I am sure this project picked you as a genuine as you." I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm doing my best.
I'll read it for you. Said, I am sure this project picked you as genuine as you. Wait. What? I am sure this project picked you is as genuine as you, so I will fly. I will fill my bags. Best of luck, team. Got
Oh,
you.
that's awesome.
100%. Thank you.
Well, I hope you do. Welcome aboard. That would be absolutely awesome. We always wanna have more fiends. Definitely, we need more fiends. Sierra Pop is in
That's
the
what we
house.
need. We need more investors. We need to increase our community. We need to increase our shillers. We need to increase our exposure in general.
I agree. And you're off to a good start. If you're switching things up with the marketing people and getting just out there more, I have noticed in the past couple of days that you guys have definitely been on Twitter a lot more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, which makes a
Any
big
areas that
difference.
we lack, we are definitely paying attention and we're seeing how we can improve those areas.
Mm.
Every day we're getting smarter and better and more equipped to take this project to that $1 billion market cap.
It was funny when we started here, well, actually before we went live, I said, "Hey, Michael, good news. I finally learned how to use StreamYard and now I'm able to share a screen." And you made the point that, you know what, we're all learning and we're all
Yep,
growing. So
that's the
everyone
best
learns
part.
from their mistakes. The first time Fid was on the channel, I didn't know how to share my screen. So it was just me and Fid's face on the channel the whole time. And then my camera went dead. And at that moment, I'm telling you, in a split second, as soon as my camera died and it was just Fid on the screen, Adam Shelton popped in.
Right.
Do you
That's
remember
why I
that?
said the universe.
Yep. I was like, "Adam, I can't believe it. Thank God you popped in because
Right,
my camera just died. So now you're
right.
here. Thank you. People can look at your handsome face." And he's
Mhm.
like, "No problem." But it was just weird how that timing happened. As soon as mine died, as a matter of fact, let me hit my camera again. It's a Canon. It turns off every 20 minutes.
Oh,
But,
that's what happened the first time.
yeah, yeah, it just
Gotcha.
automatically shuts off after, like, 20 minutes. But what is the game going to look like? So I know that the first game is going to be an NFT card
Trading
game.
card game, right. Now
What are some of
this
the
I am not familiar with gaming in general. That's not, my expertise. But from what I'm understand, it's an NFT trading card game, and this is something that's popular within the gaming community. And the reason why we chose that one is because it's the easiest one to complete, in time for the when the platform's ready, because we don't have a platform with nothing to put on it. So it'll be the NFT trading card game first, and at that point, we'll also be open to other developers bringing their games on, so that we can have more games on the platform while we work on our arena shooter style games, which is what Fid loves the most. So that's going to be his baby. He wants to have two different arena shooter games, from what I understand. Like I said, these are questions more catered towards Fid.
right, and I said to him the last time he was on, I put a little request out there. I said, "I'm not a big gamer, okay, but I do like to kill zombies.
Zombies.
Can we get
You're
some
gonna make
zombies?
us.
Can we
You
start
know
killing
what?
some zombies?"
You're gonna make us create a zombie game just for you because you were such a huge part of the process. You know what I mean? So
I
as
wanna
as
kill a
Project
zombie.
Phoenix gets up there in that market cap, and we have a lot more power, oh, we got you.
Awesome. Yep, that's what I wanna hear.
Mhm.
4,000, someone is saying in the chat, Enox Beat says $4,239 will get you 1,000,000,000,000,
Trillion
and in the challenge, that Adam has going to
million,
1,000,000.
right? And it's actually probably going to be easier to achieve 1 million now because of the 33% burn.
Right. I
And
can't
speaking of
believe that
adding,
burn happened and I missed it.
well,
Was
that's
that
okay.
because there was a little bit of lacking in the social media department where now
It
you're
could
kind of
definitely be that. It could definitely be that. There's no reason why, especially since we follow each other on Twitter, that you shouldn't have gotten that information. So it's okay.
you know what? I probably missed it because now that we're talking about it, I think you texted me about it, but for some reason, it just slipped my mind. It completely slipped my mind. You know, when you talk about when you work all day and then you come home and then you have to dive into YouTube and then
Right.
cryptocurrency, like, there's just so many different things that are in my mind. It's very easy to forget one thing, but that was one thing to forget, right? I mean, that's a huge amount of
No,
tokens to be
absolutely.
burned at once. What
Well, 'cause
what prompted you to do that? Like, what why did you think to do that?
okay, well, this was FID, and the reason why is because the deployer wallet kept getting so many questions. Why does the deployer wallet, or why does that wallet hold so many tokens? And we had to explain that when we started initial liquidity, we only had what the community could provide. So we have to slowly inject tokens into the liquidity pool. Well, the last thing we want is an excessive amount of tokens in the in that wallet unnecessarily. So Fit started crunching the numbers to see exactly what we would need for the platform, exactly what we will need to have in circulation, and those are the that is the outcome. Those are the numbers that he came up with. So he said that we can burn 33%. So we burn 33% because we believe in Fid.
Right. Is
And
he the one that holds the purse strings, like, when it comes to doling out tokens and working with your
him and
deployer
Hampy hold
wallet?
the
Is it
him
him?
and Hampy hold the marketing wallet keys. Yes. Now we are in talks with the community about having some fail safe, about maybe one person having half of the wallet, the other person having the other half, just in case anything crazy happens. We'll be able to continue the project. But
Let's talk about a fail-safe too, because I've had to, talk to my girlfriend, my life partner, about what because she doesn't know anything about cryptocurrency.
crypto, right,
What I if I should get killed in a car accident or something
right.
happens to me, this is how
God
you get
forbid,
access to it.
right? No, exactly. And we're working on that, whether it's going to be through an attorney or whatever means will be best suited for that situation. But God forbid, we don't we don't want any bad juju on Project Phoenix or you. Um, no, this
But it's an
every,
important conversation to
it
have, and
is an important
everybody
conversation.
should have it with their partners, because if you're the only
Absolutely,
one that knows about the crypto on your
they're
phone.
left without anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
that's whatever you've worked to create
Right.
and make
Exactly.
and grow, it'll be gone. They won't know, or if
Absolutely.
you have a treasure, they'll be like, "What's this? Don't know, garbage."
Right.
I mean, it's important
Exactly.
to keep everybody up to date, especially in crypto. There's so many people. This is the thing. Cryptocurrency is still in its infancy. It is still so new. It is amazing what this whole thing is going to look like in just a few years' time. Uh,
Absolutely.
not even cryptocurrency, your project as well, Project Phoenix, but the whole of cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. Absolutely.
I mean, it's
Most
so good to
investors
be
don't even know what they're doing. That's why everybody turns to that's why the social media influencers are so popular because they're going to them for the information. Um, but as cryptocurrency evolves and people increase their knowledge about cryptocurrency and how everything works, um, it's going to create mass adoption because everyone's going to be teaching their family and friends because they understand it now. So then now that they can express that to other people and bring in more people into cryptocurrency. So and it's going to happen sooner than later because just look at the Look at what's going on around the world, you know? Money doesn't seem very safe anymore.
No, it doesn't. And there was a large another community that I'm involved with, Shibtoro.
Mhm.
They sent $25,000 donation to the people of Ukraine, and it got there, how fast cryptocurrency can change hands.
Right.
Boom, it was
Yep.
there. And I think that's the power of
That's the
cryptocurrency.
power of crypto. Yep.
If they were waiting to send raw goods and supplies, they would have to get on a
Exactly.
plane,
Yep.
then go over there, or even Western Union, trying to
If
deal
you
with
wanna go
Western
through any
Union.
type of institution, you can't send I can send you $1 billion if I'm a billionaire right now, and it'll be there in 10 minutes and change your whole life, you know?
Right,
If you wanna send $100,000 and it's 12 o'clock at night, it's impossible.
right. It's so
So,
true.
it's the
And I
power of
also
crypto.
say that, oh, I'm sorry, go on, Michael.
No, you're good.
I was saying, okay, so this is like my new thing because I say it in every video now because it is so true, you guys. Think about it like this. Cryptocurrency is the first time in the history of man, if ever a man was making money, this is the first time where somebody that's just an average person like you and I that are not multimillionaires, we don't belong to a country club, we're
Right.
not in the inner circle with the elite. It's the first time where someone like us can walk up to a group of wealthy individuals that are putting together this huge strategy on how to make more millions and build this huge enterprise and do this thing, and you tap them on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I hear you're making a project where you're gonna make millions, possibly billions of dollars." And they're like, "Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's 50 bucks. Can I get in?"
Right.
"Yeah, of course. Come
For
on. We'll
sure.
take everybody. Whatever you wanna
Right.
invest, no problem." This
Yep.
is the first time in history
That
this
that's
is
been
happening.
possible.
This
Absolutely.
is the opportunity that cryptocurrency is. Like, you can get into so many different projects, and Project Phoenix being a really top one because I'm telling you, the betting is going to be
For
everything.
sure.
I
For
mean, look
sure.
how big DraftKings is. People are obsessed with betting, they wanna bet, some people are
Mhm.
really obsessed with betting,
They're
they
obsessed
have
with
a
making
problem
money.
with it. But I think it's going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be everything. The NFTs are gonna be really huge. Do you think that, in the future, when we're up and kicking, there's a chance that we're gonna be getting onto the metaverse?
Well, that is always going to be a plan to integrate uh, the platform into the metaverse, but the metaverse has to evolve and Project Phoenix has to evolve, and then those two need to come together and figure out how to make it possible. But the
I think
metaverse
it
is
will
always
evolve.
going to be that's the future.
Yeah. It
Everything's going
it
to be on
really
the
is the
metaverse.
future. It is. It's definitely going to be the future, and it's up to us to decide what that future looks like. It can either turn
Absolutely.
very ugly, just like the real world. It can turn very
Hmm.
ugly, or we can keep it nice and clean, how I
Yep.
want it to be. I mean, even if we started off with, I'm just brainstorming here, I'm just thinking, but even if we just, like, got a space in the metaverse and kind of like a little parcel of land and put up all of our NFTs. This way,
Hmm.
people that are just going for a walk or something in the metaverse, they could see the Project Phoenix logo and check out
Right.
our NFTs, like a yard
Well, we're
sale type.
actually
I'm
already
thinking.
working with people that are working with that are going to do metaverse advertising. So that's something that we're trying to integrate, where we can actually advertise within the metaverse. Let me
I
not
think
tell
it's a
all our
good idea
secrets.
because it is going to be everything. But we got Tangi in the house. She's my moderator for the night. Tangi, I
Okay,
appreciate you. Thank you very much. And everybody that's in the chat has just been wonderful and lovely and
that's awesome.
cooperative,
Great
which is
energy.
surprising because, people usually come in and it can get dicey in there. So I
It, it
appreciate all
can.
of the positivity in the chat. But of course, there's a lot of fiends here in the chat too, and they've been
Let's
very
go.
supportive of you, Michael, talking about how much they love you and how
Thank you.
far they believe Project Phoenix is going to go and how they completely have put their trust in you and the rest of the devs. And I think that's important. It's important to trust the dev. And I think trust is something that should be earned.
It should be earned and maintained, and it's hard to achieve, and it's very easy to lose.
That is so true. It's easily lost.
Very
You know what?
easily
Well, I
lost.
should say this. People will give you leeway. If you're a person of your word and,
Right,
you miss a deadline, it's a little late, everyone understands things
right.
happen, things come up, deadlines can be missed, but to continually miss deadlines is an issue. So I think, you guys are definitely doing it the very right way. You're keeping everybody informed about everything that's going on. You are keeping up with the deadlines, and I think it's a promising future here with Project Feenix.
Absolutely. It's an unspoken thing amongst all fiends. We know where it's going. We're just waiting for everyone else to catch on.
Okay, so how many tokens would somebody need to be a millionaire in, like, 15 years, do you think? Have you
15
worked out those
years.
numbers? Because I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, you got to understand, a trillion is going to be a huge amount because in the short near future, a trillion is going to be $50,000 per trillion, and then not shortly after that, it's going to be $100,000 per trillion. So a trillion is going to be where you can't even buy a whole trillion like Bitcoin, in a sense. So hundreds of millions, you know, billions will probably get you there. And when you're talking about 15 years, we're not, we don't, we don't need that long.
No, I know we don't need but I'm thinking about, how I'm going to, because 'cause I'm not a mom. I just have nephews, trying to think of how I'm going to divvy it all up, and I can picture
I
them all
see.
fighting over my Project Phoenix tokens,
Right,
you know? Them storming
right,
the house after I've passed away, looking for my tokens, my phone,
right.
finding out where they are. You
I
know how
think
kids
you'll be
are.
fine with a couple 100 million each.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that should be enough, and I have billions of
You
Project
you
Phoenix
almost
tokens,
have a trillion, and the
so
universe gave it to you.
so here's the story, everybody. I bought in when the price was very low, and I did get a lot of tokens, but I won the hodler lottery twice. This is why it pays to be a hodler. I didn't just win
Absolutely.
once, I won twice, and I've never won anything in my life.
Back to back,
Never, never. And to win it twice in a row was absolutely amazing. And yes, I do feel a little blessed. I
for
do.
sure.
And I
That's
thank you guys for having that because you guys could have pulled the ripcord. I'm just saying that the second time that I won, Fid coulda said, "You know what? She won the first time. We should
you
give it
know
to somebody." And I was told I would have been fine with that too because I said when I did the second lottery after Adam Shelton had done his lottery, and I said, "You know what? If I pull my own wallet again, I'll draw again because I don't need the trifecta, I don't need the hat trick."
Actually, that would be 3 good omens. That'd be really good for Project Phoenix, and not to mention, as much support you have from the Fiend community, they would not let you give it back.
I would insist, though. I think it's
Mhm.
fun to spread the wealth, help somebody else out, especially if they've been hodling for a long time. Maybe their bag's not that big, and they've been hodling in the hopes of hitting the lottery. That's what I'd like to spread the wealth a little bit.
No, that's great, and that shows what type of person you are, and that's why everybody loves you.
Oh, thank you. And I love the fiends too. I really do. Suresh says, Happy Women's Day. You are rocking it. Thank you
I heard
very
about
much.
that
I
too.
appreciate it. Appreciate it, you guys. Is there a man's day? Well, never mind. Every day
Probably
is
not.
man's day. Come on. We know.
Oh, there we go. Men are so underappreciated.
And Believes is in the house. Good evening, Believes.
Oh,
Hey,
Believes. I actually
Believes.
contacted him for a video.
Are you a fiend, Believes?
I don't know if he's a
You
fiend.
dirty
He
fiend.
gave me a real general answer, so I was like, probably not.
Oh, Believes. This is a great project, Believes.
Mhm,
It's If I had to just tell somebody just in a couple of quick seconds what it's about, it is going to be a gaming platform where not only can you play the best games, but you can bet on games. There's going to be tournaments held where, like the Super Bowl, where these teams bet against each other, and you're going to be able to sit there, watch the games, and bet on them. NFT platform, a social platform like Facebook. This is going to be everything. And they'll be able to host other people's games. This is gonna be a one-stop shop. People just can just park there like a mall. You just walk
mhm.
in and you could stay there all day. Plenty to
And
do,
gamble, or game, or both, or trade NFTs, or buy NFTs, or sell your NFTs. It's it's
right?
it's gonna be a great platform once it's complete. I'm looking forward to it.
I really believe so. I think it's gonna be amazing. That's why I've held on to my tokens. I mean, yes, I did win a lot of tokens, but I purchased tokens too, and the chart at the all-time high, I had, like, tripled my money. I could have dumped out, I could have taken profits, I could have, done something like that, but I thought, "No," because 'cause I'm a little older, I have to be a little more conservative, and I
Mm,
thought to myself, "I'm gonna play the long game with this one because I think this is gonna be huge." I think the prospects with and I told you before, the big thing that I'm looking forward to is definitely the gambling. I think
mm.
that's going to be the thing, Michael. I
Well, then
think
we're gonna have to
that's
bet against each other when that's happening, because I'll be a god in the platform and you'll be a god.
Can I be a goddess? Can we
You can be a
or is that a
goddess.
little too
You can be a
PC?
goddess.
Okay. I wanna be a goddess, that
And for
sounds
the
good.
record, I'm just an investor myself. I had to buy my tokens just like everyone else.
Everybody did, right?
Absolutely. No tokens were given away. Not to influencers, not to the team, which is why it's so hard for us to get rolling. But once we do, it's going to be great.
Why are influencers asking you for tokens?
Well, when you reach out to influencers, first they want to, most of them want 1% airdrop to their, and if you want continuous support from influencers, they want 1%
1%
of,
of what?
of the token supply.
What? What? No.
Yeah.
They want 1%
And they
of the
want to airdrop,
supply?
and they'll continue to support your token as long as it's in existence, but that's
Oh,
not
as
what
long
we're
as it's
about.
in existence. Oh, well,
Right.
it depends on speaking of influencers. Hi, Adam
I
Shelton.
was about to say, man, we have not given Adam
Look at
any love
Adam
or
is in the
credibility
house.
yet. And he has done so much for the project. The
We did
trillion
talk about
challenge,
Adam, how he drew my wallet. I won the second time because Adam drew my wallet. Hello, Adam. Thank you for
man,
popping by. Adam is a big Feen holder. Believes
Adam
Adam
is a
is a big
real
Feen
fiend.
holder.
He put his money up where his mouth was.
He
He
does.
put
He's
over
gonna
10
rock
grand
that
into
wallet.
Project Phoenix.
Do you wanna talk about his project? The wallet project?
Oh, I thought you were talking to him. I was like, "Are you speaking to him?"
No, he's just in the
No,
chat.
so, it was initially it was 1 trillion to 1 million, but we had a dip and he could not help himself, so he decided to increase his bag. So Adam owns 2 trillion, if I'm not mistaken now. And we're trying to take that to $1 million. But like I said, since the 33% burn, there's only 469 trillion tokens in supply, and he owns 2 trillion of them.
Gosh.
So it's another god that's going to
Adam,
be
you're
on the
gonna rule the
platform.
world. Jeez. That's crazy.
Right. You get
Yeah,
in
that
early
huge
enough.
burn made a difference. That 30 did you find that a problem? Like, people were trolling through Etherscan checking out your wallet? Was a lot of FUD
Well,
raised
we
about that?
there was FUD initially, but the community stepped up and they explained it to everybody who asked. Everybody who came in the Telegram and was curious about that particular wallet. They had pre-written responses ready for them. So the FUD away pretty quick.
I bet it did.
Yeah, no, believe you good people, man. The FUD went away pretty quickly, but it was still a concern of ours because we want people to recognize the integrity that we have in this project and that we don't have any hidden tricks up our sleeves. We're simply trying to do this the right way, step by step. So if burning some tokens was going to help instill faith within the community, then we were all for it.
That's good. Whatever you have to do to support the community, and we know the
About the
community
community.
speaks here. Let me tell you that your community is absolutely amazing. Anytime you go into the Telegram group, they're there constantly. There's always somebody in there just to be nice and friendly and answer questions. Even if you're having a bad day, you could just waltz on into that Telegram group and they will pick you right up. And everybody knows where this project is going. That is currently a fiend. They know it's going places. They have faith in you guys and they see how hard Fit is working. So in the picture, Fid is the one with the Yankees hat, and he's the main coder. Happy's a coder that's right next to him, and they are coding this wonderful thing that is going to be the Project Feenix platform. Now, because right now it is a smaller project, it is a smaller token. Right now, he's really the big coder. So can you imagine this massive undertaking taken on by just one guy? So it's going to take a little longer, but if we could get some extra hodlers onto the scene, we might be able to, rush the timeline a little bit. We might be able to
Oh,
get it up and going a
absolutely.
lot faster, but we need more holders. So we're asking everybody who's in the chat right now, if you're interested in becoming a holder, we would definitely appreciate it. Or if you're not in a financial position to become a holder, maybe just spread the word about us on Twitter or any other social
Absolutely.
media platform that you might be on, because it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be really huge.
And I want to take a moment to address all the members of our team. Fid, Hampus, Vic, which is our web design, Tellis, which is now our graphic design. He was our social media lead. Um, Sierra Papa Alpha. I tried to move the screen. Sierra Papa Alpha, which is our lead moderator. I'm the marketing lead, and Armando is a part of the moderator team as well. And we have our project coordinator, which is Brando, and we have our master Schiller slash social media lead spaceman. So congratulations, big ups to everybody on the team.
Yes, everyone has done just a great job. So did you name some people that are not on the screen? Like, whose picture's not up there?
Yes. Our project coordinator, we're trying to decide if we're going to dox him because he's just offering assistance in the background. He doesn't have any control other than just staying on top of everyone's position, making sure, just checking in and making sure that everyone's, you know, moving at the right pace, in consensus with everybody else. So, and Spaceman. So and he's just our social media lead. He doesn't have any power as well. So if those two don't want to be doxxed, that's fine. The rest of our team is doxxed.
Yeah, you guys are clearly doxed. Like, you're all over the
Right.
website, that's I think that means a lot when people are able to see the people's faces. Like, you come on AMAs, Vid's been on the AMAs. There's just something to me that's it's more trustworthy. I don't mind that people say, "Okay, I'm KYC'd." I get that, I understand that, but I think it is important for at least one person to be the public face of a token, and you have numerous faces
It's a
for
community
Project
token.
Feenix. Yeah.
We're 100% transparent. The community drives the project. So we're at the mercy of the community. We're here for the community. I'm just a spokesperson for the community.
Well, I guess that about says it all, and the community is very strong. So is there Believe said he has a little bit of a headache from last night. He went to a heavy metal concert. He probably got his ass beat in the mosh pit.
You know what?
Would
I
you believe
believe it.
Yeah, I believe it too. He's funny.
Mhm.
Are there any finishing touches that you would like to put on? Anything
um,
that if somebody is here, because we have, like, 35 holders, if anybody's here watching right now and they're considering being a Project Feenix holder, what's the big thing that you'd like to tell them or relate to them why
I
they
mean,
should become a hodler?
well, actually, it's because we haven't even taken off yet. We were only about a 3x since launch at a $2 million market cap. There's so much room to grow. And with the attention that we're starting to get and the support that we're continuously getting, this is only the beginning for Project Feenix. So if you're looking for an honest project that you would like to invest in, that's going about things the right way, which is the old way, step by step through grit, you know, figuring out ways to make this happen. Project Phoenix is definitely the project for you.
Amen, it's definitely the project for me. I'm definitely gonna diamond hand my bag. My bag is swole. Is that what the kids say? My bag is
Your bag is
swole.
swole.
My bag
It
is
is.
full, and I'm very
Mm.
glad. So, once again, people, at the end of the month, if you're not a Project Feenix holder, become a Project Feenix holder and hold your bag. You could be in the hodler lottery. Once a month, they randomly draw out a certain number of wallets, and if they see you didn't sell, you could have the opportunity to win a boatload of some free Project Feenix tokens.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you for dropping by the Crypto Queen channel, Michael. I greatly appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me. From one fiend to another. Thank you for letting us use your platform to spread the word about Project Phoenix. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, you could say that again, that one last part, that
You
was
are absolutely amazing.
Say the big part again. Liquidity is locked for how long, Michael?
248 years.
I didn't hear you.
248 years. Our kids can't get to the money. So let's build this project.
Hey, Bleaves, do you know any
The
project
crowd surfer.
where the liquidity has been locked for 248 years? Because Believes he's into a lot of projects, he knows a lot of different tokens, he
Uh,
knows. He knows that's
can
big.
we get some organic support beliefs? Can we get some fiend support? We're trying to do things the right way.
Yeah, Believes. Come on. What you think?
Become a
Andy?
fiend. You dirty
Become a
fiend.
fiend. Become a dirty fiend.
Become a
I
dirty
think Believes
fiend.
is a dirty fiend.
I believe
He's an
so. He
undercover
just
dirty fiend, and I think he just needs to solidify it with the purchase of Feenix
absolutely
V2.
a
I'll
public
just put in the
purchase.
chat the token symbol for you is Feenix V2. There you go, Bleaves.
Like
Or at least have a brother on for an AMA. Michael, he's so much fun.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Bleaves knows I'm kidding, but I would really appreciate it, Bleaves. Just saying.
Nah, he's awesome, man. But
He is.
you should definitely consider becoming a fiend, and organic support is the best. The crypto market is too saturated as it is. Can we get some organic support, some organic growth?
You guys look it. Tangy just became a fiend.
Let's go.
Tangy! You go,
Let's
Tangy.
go. There
Tangy,
you go.
hold your
One fiend at a
bag. Once
time,
a month, we do
straight
the
to a $1
HODLer
billion
lottery.
market cap. I'm
You can
sorry.
win. I cut you off. I was telling her about the lottery. It's a lottery. Go on. Look, she gave her wallet address. Okay,
Wow,
she's
she's a
like, she's
real
in.
fiend. Yeah,
Look at
she's
her.
in. I'm not
Oh
selling.
my
There we go. Can
gosh.
we take a stand?
Yes, let's. Tangy, thank you.
Mm,
That's amazing. Tangy, you're the
um,
woman. Yes, thank you. We appreciate it.
salute.
That was
Mm,
amazing. She even
that's
put her
awesome.
wallet
You
address
see,
there. She's like, "Go check it."
the law of attraction. I'm telling you, we are attracting everything that we need to succeed because we're doing it for the right reasons with the right people behind us.
Yep, I totally believe it. Everybody's saying, "Welcome, welcome, Tangy." Now, Tangy, you have to go to the Telegram group because then you're gonna get swarmed. The fiends are gonna
With
swarm
support.
you. They're gonna welcome you with
Absolutely.
open arms, and it's going to be amazing. So I just wanna say thank you to everybody that came over tonight and watched us here at the Crypto Queen channel. I wanna thank Michael. I wanna thank all of the fiends that showed up, and I especially want to take a moment to, just wish Fid and his family well.
Yes.
I hope he takes the time that he needs to, just try to heal and get through this difficult time, and I will be praying for you and your entire family. Well, that's gonna do it
Absolutely.
here for us tonight here at the Crypto Queen channel. I thank you so much for popping by, and, Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And
Thank
thank you,
you.
everybody, for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. And Tangi, thank you for becoming a dirty
A
fiend.
dirty fiend.
You dirty fiend.
You dirty fiend.
All right, guys, we will catch you next time on the Crypto Queen channel.